Everybody, what's up? So I decided I wanted to make this video for a particular reason. And I know it might be an unpopular opinion, but please hear me out. I think services like eBay, Amazon, and so forth should actually get rid of the five-star review process because I've seen so many people get banned for not leaving a five-star, from buying from somebody for not leaving a five-star review. They might leave a four-star because of whatever happened, and then the person gets mad at them. They get banned from using the services, and they're like, look, this is how I feel. I'm not going to leave that type of review for you. Why should I? And the person gets pissy about it because they have to have that five-star review. I've had people say to me that I have to have a five-star review because it's the only way for me to get out there. But if you're only creating a service that doesn't deserve a five-star review, why should I give you one? There are companies that are actually willing to pay people to buy a product and create fake reviews. There are companies that will send out product that nobody ordered to make it look like their sales have increased. What else has there been? That was actually something that was in the news, like people getting these weird seeds and they're like told, don't plant them, don't do anything with them, just, yeah. You hear cases of people that may have friends buy something, they reimburse them just so they can leave positive reviews. You might have somebody selling pirated copies of a game, a movie, or what have you, and they're like, give me a five-star review. And once you find out that the product isn't real, you're going, why? What would the point be? And as I have mentioned, I've actually had something similar like that happen to me where I have gotten pirated games or whatever in the past. I go, I'm not leaving a review. It's not worth it to me because you didn't send me an actual product. If you send me, slip in the package that says, leave a five-star review, I'm going to go, no, you don't get one. Why? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Maybe just a little bit of times, but that's different. But also because of the fact that I might feel like you deserve one. Maybe you didn't send the package within the time frame you said you were going to. Maybe something was wrong with the item that you didn't describe. Different things like that. If I leave a five-star review, it is going to be because it's a vendor I trust and that they have made good with their promise. I have done that. There are a lot of people I've not left reviews from because I know maybe somebody that I was going to buy from for only one time. Um, small things like that. But ultimately, it's just in the end, it's not a good practice. I mean, even like with restaurant reviews and that, you may have somebody who has a bad experience. They tell their friends, it happens. So people who may not even eat at a restaurant may go on and say, oh, they did this and they did that. It was horrible and blah, blah, blah. Even though it happened to that one person, it still reflects badly on that business because of the fact that social media said, hey, let's not criticize them. And they may not be able to justify what happened. While there are restaurants that have majorly screwed up, in that case, we know that they make the news, like the places that are not allowing for people to take their service dogs in, even though the ADA says you have to let them. By the way, fun fact. I know this is a little bit off topic. Please bear with me. I found this out from someone. A business technically can't even really question why you have a service animal with you, what your disability is, things like that. I've been in businesses where they are training the dogs, which is a good thing. I think, that is something that is allowed because they are service animals after all, and they do need the training. I have overheard a conversation between someone who either trains or does something with service animals. I didn't catch all of it, where they said businesses should not allow for pets in the business. There are ones that do, no matter what, they allow most sport animals, any type of animal, as long as they behave themselves, they've gone to the bathroom beforehand, whatnot. Um, the business that I overheard this at, they have locations that actually do allow for animals other than service animals. So their rule is just widespread. And the person got mad because they were told, look, we can't question it. We don't have that right. And we're not going to. And they said, I even talked to a manager. Manager says we can't ask. According to what I've heard, there are a couple of questions you can ask. I should have looked them up, but I didn't know I was going to go here. Um, but I don't know what it is for other countries. I know one guy in England, because the laws that changed, he actually can't take his service dog to his home country because of England's changes in certain rules, which sucks for him. I feel bad for him, I really do, because people need them. And laws need to change, they really do, no matter where you are. But back to the topic, and I just wanted to bring that up because it is something that I think is really frustrating. Like there was a guy, I know he's a social media influencer, if I remember correctly. I know I've seen him on YouTube and maybe Instagram, where he is blind and he does have a service dog, and the employee actually said to him, "Well, you don't look blind." I know, what does looking blind even mean? I know someone who's legally blind. I'm like, you can't tell they're blind unless you're around them or they tell you. I've dealt with blind people, in my couple of various jobs. So I know you can't tell unless maybe they have that white cane, but even then, they might have limited sight or whatever, so you really can't question that. Those are places that deserve the low reviews. But even then, if it's multiple employees, I can see that. Maybe it's one employee, I can. If it's a manager who says it, definitely better view time. It's just, it's pointless. Hey, if you go on and you leave these horrible reviews that aren't true and these horrible, star reviews, you're that aren't true, you're hurting somebody's livelihood. You really are. And that's just why I think it needs to go away. It really, truly does. I know people who sell stuff on eBay. I've never used Macari, so I don't know what their system is like. It's just not something that's interesting to me. I've heard about it. I've looked at it a couple times, but ultimately, this is not my thing. I know there's so many other platforms out there that you can buy from. Uh, I haven't bought from HobbyLink Japan in a long time, only because of the fact that my account got compromised. And I'm like, yeah, not again. But I usually use like another payment platform other than like paying them directly, so I was good with that. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think that these should continue with the 5-star reviews, or are they something that should be dropped in the future? I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.